First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. Oh, good footwork on the stand. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 more there and another 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Right back to him on 1st down. Room to run inside the 40.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's caught. Lock it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Trubisky. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it?
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A 1st down carry for Davis. Got some real estate inside the 30. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Underneath to Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now Trubisky. Lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Wilson trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
14.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Hey, over here, over here.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Wilson will throw again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hang on, you see it? You see it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, But most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. This is Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Carson. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
All right, Booker team.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. To throw is Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Now Myers for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And his throw is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 right at the 30. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
You see it?
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Bobby Wagner coming on the blitz, He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. A dump off for Davis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Gotta go.
After the penalty, it's Davis. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Underneath to Davis. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Trubisky now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Pretty move. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
18.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go, run the ball. 18.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's a give to Davis. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On first down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 50.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Now Davis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bears, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.